Good morning, all the students of fourth standard. We are learning 12th lesson of our history, the Sage of Purandar and the treaty with the Mughal Emperor. This lesson we are learning the Sage of Purandar and the treaty with the Mughals. So, the siege of Purandar by the Mughal army. The siege of Purandar by the Mughal armies. Point is going on. One more time. Recap the same point here. Yeah. Purandar was one of the Shivaji's big and strong fort. Purandar was one of the Shivaji's bring a big and a strong one fort from Shivaji's side. Dilip Khan knew that Shivaji could not be defeated as long as he was a master of a Purandar fort. Dilip Khan also knew about Shivaji Maharaj. He could not defeat this fort as he was the master of the Purandar fort, that he had a huge army under his command, and also Dilip Khan, he had a huge or the big army under his command. Morarbaji was in charge of the fort, and Morarbaji, he was in charge of the Purandar fort. He was looking after the Purandar region area or the Purandar fort regions. Morarbaji was a strong, determined fighter. He was a strong and determined fighter. Who? Morarbaji. So he was a strong and determined fighter. With strong determinations, he defend the Purandar fort. So he was in charge of the Purandar fort. He was a determined fighters who would not easily yield to threats, and Morarbaji would not easily yield threats. He would not be afraid. He was also supported by brave troops. Morarbaji was supported by the brave troops or soldiers. So he was supported with the brave soldiers. With their help, Morarbaji decided to defend the fort. With the help of brave Mavalas, with the help of the brave Maratha soldiers, lad Morarbaji decided to defend the Purandar fort. So he was determined to defend the Purandar fort, and he got the support from his soldier side also, from his comrade sides also. They were supported, they supported Morarbaji to defend this fort, Purandar fort. With their help, Morarbaji decided to defend the fort. Dilip Khan's guns went into actions. Dilip Khan, he came with a huge artillery and his guns he introduced, he brought or launched against the Maratha Sardar, against the Maratha soldiers on the Purandar forts. So his guns went into the action there. Fiery cannons balls began to drop on the fort. So Morarbaji, what he did there, Mr. Dilip Khan, he began to be launched, he began to be, and the cannons, fierce of big cannons, he began to be launched on the fort there to destroy the forts. He started to be launched the cannons there. Morarbaji and his brave men held on, but then also Morarbaji and his men, means his soldiers, they held on their positions, their place as it is. The first basin on the Machi collapsed under the gunfire. What are the first basin? First stage, first door, or the gate also we can call. It is called as a Machi there. So the first basin or the gate or the Machi was collapsed in a gun firings, in cannons firing. That they began to be sent, they began to be fired cannon continuously. So the first masons or the Machi, first gate, entrance gate was collapsed in cannons firing test. Dilir Khan's troops captured the lower fort. Dilir Khan and his soldiers, they captured the lower fort, means lower positions they captured. They entered. What are the main entrances there to be enter in the fort region or the area, that positions Dilir Khan soldiers they captured. The lower position or the lower fort there, the Marathas withdrew to the upper fort and continued the fight. So Marathas, what they did there, they withdrew upper fort, they went a little bit inside, and from the upper fort, from the upper position, from the upper entrance doors, Maratha soldiers they began to be fight. They began to defend their fort, their positions from the upper fort continuously. They began to fight with the Mughal army, with the Dilir Khan's army there. Dilir Khan was watching the battle from his camp. Dilir Khan, still he was in his camp only, and he was watching all this battle from his camp. He was watching from there by sitting only. What the battle was going on, how the soldiers, Maratha soldiers and his armies, they were fighting. That every situation, each and every situation moment, he was watching by sitting in his camp continuously. Furious with rage, Morarbaji decided to attack the Mughal troops with a select contingent of the 500 men. Now Morarbaji was also very furious, very angry, wild with rage, with full of courage and determinations. He decided to be attack on the Mughals army with the selected 500 contingents, or with the 500 soldiers with him. So he took the troops of the 500 soldiers and he came ahead in a battlefield to fight against the Dilir Khan's army. Whatever they were before that, they were on the upper fort, upper level positions are on the upper fort. From there they left and they came forward, they came ahead with the 500 selected soldiers. They came toward the downside marches there on the lower gate side, that to be fight face to face, front to front against the Dilir Khan's army. So Morarbaji was furious with the rage there, and he selected the 500 soldiers troops men with him, and he opened the gate of upper fort. He opened the gate and he allowed the Dilir Khan's armies to be enter into the upper level fort there. So that gate he deliberately opened. So when he opened the gate, so Dilir Khan's army entered there. So Morarbaji, he allowed them to be enter. He want to be fight battle with them face to face. So this was a courageous or daring task, that to be fight face to face, close to close, front to front. So he opened the gates of upper fort, shouting their war cry. Maratha soldiers mostly they shout, they use their war cry as a Har Har Mahadev. This war cry or the slogans they gave there, they shout loudly. The Mavalas fell on the Mughal troops. So here Mavalas they fell with the fierce mind, that with the courage, with the full power of their might and the strength of Maratha army, by giving the war cry Har Har Mahadev, they fell on the Mughals' troop. Like how the tigers, if he is on hunting, then how he attack on his hunt, on his enemy's side, that on his enemies, how he attacked when he was on hunting, that how the tiger attacked. Like same way, Maratha soldiers they fell on the enemy's troops there after a fierce battle which lasted for a short time. So that battle was lasted only for the short time there. The Marathas routed the huge Mughal army which fled towards the Dilir Khan's camp. That so Maratha soldiers they fled to the Mughals army completely. They looted, they uprooted, they killed the Mughals army up to the Dilir Khan's camp. they began to be retreated. And those who fell in front of the Maratha army, Maratha never excused it. So in the war battlefield, that they killed all the soldiers, those who were in front of them. So they were in fierce mode. That they never afraid for the death. Today we'll stop here. When we come tomorrow, then tomorrow we'll come with the next one point. Thank you very much. Bye bye.